off if you need to and do that. Welcome in, everybody. AFCEastieBoys coming at you with another season of Endzone to Endzone. It's been a great week one in the NFL. You got your boy Cat in the Hat here, and you got over there on the microphone.
Charlie Waffles, back at it again.
Back at it
We
again.
did a little bit of struggle this week.
Back at it again. Yes, a little bit of a struggle this week. We're going to go over all the ups and downs from week one. We're going to talk a little bit about fantasy. We're also going to give you our week two predictions. Yes, it's a little early, but Mondays are our show. We're going to give it to you early, and hopefully they go and they blow up. Anyways, we still got DCC going on. It is official. We are signed up. That link is in the top corner up there. Go ahead and smash that and show some love to DCC. Help cancer research. We're trying to raise our personal goal for the AFCEastieBoys is $2,500 for every $500 that we can raise. Yes, sir. We're going to be running a mile. I will be running a mile, and I will put it on the page, on the waves, so you guys can see it and know that I'm doing it. Charlie's Choice Collectibles also still got a deal going on. Tell them about it.
Yes, we do. We got another month and a half of accepting all offers on any items, on any items you want, man. We're fire sailing it for the next month and a half. You send me an offer, I'll sell to you for $1.
He's got some good stuff, too. He's got some good stuff. I'll tell you what, he's got some flags that I could have used yesterday. I may not have broke my face mask yesterday if I would have had a pair of those flags. I'll tell you what. But it's early. It's 9 a.m. in the morning, Monday, first week of football. We got Minnesota and Chicago tonight. So go ahead, get your coffee, get your donuts, get your snacks, get your drinks. I didn't add the new intro in today. What? I'm slacking. Get your snacks, get your drinks as I go ahead and toss this in real quick. Oh.
Well, all right, hey, Ron, it's been great talking to you. Bam. We get some more viewers. Sharing the link.
The best game of the weekend so far. But the first game of the weekend started with the Dallas Cowboys visiting the Philadelphia Eagles. We had a banner being let down last night or on Thursday night, opening the season with a banner reveal for the Philadelphia Eagles. And the Dallas Cowboys, they came out, they got the ball first. They looked pretty good. I'm not going to lie. They looked pretty good on offense. Like, they were moving that ball down the field. Their defense, to be honest with you, bro, really didn't even look like it missed Minka Parsons too much.
Not at all. Yeah, they were on point, and they were definitely stopping the run.
Yeah, they were able to keep up with the Philadelphia Eagles. I think they were going blow for blow with the Philadelphia Eagles all the way up, and there was a turning point, right? There was a turning point at a certain point when Dallas Cowboys, like Philadelphia Eagles, had just scored that last touchdown, and the Dallas Cowboys get the ball. Then Miles Sanders, after a big play earlier in the game, Miles Sanders fumbles the ball, right? And the Philadelphia Eagles gets the ball back, and then immediately goes into a rain delay. Right there, just kills that momentum shift. Like, it kills the rest of the game. We sit in a rain delay for an hour and then come back, and it's fucking a snooze fest, bro. I was like falling asleep through the last part of that game because it's just like everybody lost momentum, and it really killed that Thursday game because like it had the potential to be the best game of the weekend. It was turning out that way. It could have turned out to be like the game we watched last night between Baltimore and Buffalo, with Dallas coming out at the end to try and win it. You know what I mean?
What a comeback.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. We're gonna be hinting at it all
We'll get to
all
that.
day. We're gonna be hinting
We'll
at it
get to
all day
that.
though. Um, so I mean, all in all, like I don't feel like right now the Dallas Cowboys are regretting the Micah Parsons move because it definitely helps them. It definitely helps them build for the future. And if they can play sustainable ball like they played on Thursday night against the Philadelphia Eagles, they can actually win more games this year than people think, even without Micah Parsons. What do you think?
I think it's definitely a possibility. The Cowboys looked good. I don't want to talk crap about them, so I'm just not going to this time. Their defense looked like it was fine without Parsons, and perhaps Jerry Jones made the right call.
Perhaps he did. Perhaps he did. But the Philadelphia Eagles came away with that win 24-20 over the Dallas Cowboys. We both got that pick right. You can see our picks down below. We're going to be keeping track of them all year this year. You can see those picks don't have tonight's game included in it. And then Friday night, the NFL traveled to Sao Paulo. First game on YouTube. They had YouTube streamers streaming the game. Um, it was interesting. We had Cam Smith and what was her K Adams during pregame and halftime and postgame show. So that was an interesting thing. Like I think the halftime, like the whole um, it's interesting for YouTubers for sure that like the NFL is pairing up. They started last year with Behind the Lens, pairing up with like YouTubers and stuff, allowing them access to games, behind the scenes access, things like that. Because I mean, if the NFL wants to grow, they're gonna have to use YouTube. They're gonna have to use Twitch. They're gonna have to use these streamers because like TV, like it's becoming way too expensive and a thing of the past. All these streaming platforms, like they were good at first, but then now it's like they're all becoming money hungry, and it's just like to have all these streaming platforms, bro. It's like a lot of money. Like you're looking at what $150 a month, and then like that's not even including the NFL package or Red Zone if you want to watch every single game. You know what I mean? That's just counting your Peacock, your Paramount, your ESPN. You know, for all your Sunday night, Thursday night. Oh, I forgot about Prime. Your Thursday night games, like it's starting to add up. So the fact that YouTube is getting in on this, like that's a good thing. That's a good thing for us. It's a good thing for you guys. Because then you get to support your favorite ones. You don't have to support some megalo company that has no real face to it. You know what I mean?
YouTube trying to get a piece of that NFL pie.
It's growing. Might as well get into it when you can. But it was a good game. The Chiefs and the Chargers. The Chargers definitely started off hot against the Chiefs. The Chiefs struggled in the beginning. Patrick Mahomes was looking like he wished Tyreek Hill was out there catching balls, which we'll get into a Tyreek Hill Patrick Mahomes reunion conversation here shortly. So make sure you smash that like and subscribe and wait for that because there was a play that could have won the game for the Chiefs in the first half where he threw it to a guy and it was like 7 yards over his head in the end zone. And just if that was Cheetah, that would have been a touchdown. That first half, Patrick Mahomes was overthrowing guys. He was just not on point. Nobody was in sync. It killed the game that Travis Kelsey went out there and knocked out Xavier Worthy. I'm waiting, bro. If week 6 rolls around and Travis Kelsey ends up knocking out Rashee Rice as well, there's something going on there. Because the way that it happened, Travis Kelsey shouldered that guy. He didn't even like act like he tried to avoid the contact. He like lowered his shoulder into Xavier Worthy as they were like going by each other. So I'm gonna be paying
I think
attention.
that was more of a protection thing. He was trying to protect himself and didn't realize Buddy was coming in so hot.
I don't know. I'm gonna go back this week and I'm gonna look at the tape a few times. I'm gonna slow it down, but and like I said, I'm gonna be paying attention for when Rasheed Rice comes back too. Because if it happens with Rasheed Rice as well, that means Travis Kelsey. Because let me ask you a question, bro. You think if Xavier Worthy was on that field, do you think Travis Kelsey would have got that touchdown?
Who's to say?
I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. I don't think he would have got that touchdown.
Well,
Some.
either way, it worked for me because I had Travis Kelsey in fantasy
Oh
this week.
yeah, I know.
So
I
he
mean,
could be as rough as he wants to out there. He could be as rough as he wants to out there with them other boys. Put them on the bench and then get them points for yourself.
I don't know. I just feel like that's something we need to watch, especially once Rasheed Rice comes back. Let's see if he takes any other players off the field so that he can get the production. But at the end of the day, Patrick Mahomes did end up turning into the Patrick Mahomes that we all know him. He fucking literally Supermaned it and threw a first down. Like, legit was like, just threw a first down while this man was sprawled out sideways in the air. Like, come the fuck on. Who else
Yeah, he
does
was
that?
horizontal.
Yeah, he was legit in the
He was
air.
100% horizontal.
Like, the things that this man can do to just come back and try and win. Even though they lost, like it was still impressive to watch him try and make a comeback. It's just the Chargers defense was on point all game long, holding them down. Like the offense was humming. Keenan Allen coming over like he didn't even take a year off to try a different team last year. Just like I missed you guys so much. Let me produce. Just throw me the ball. It took him a little bit to get back into it. He missed his first three catches, which were big. Could have been like really game changers. You know what I mean? Especially early on, that first catch that he missed was like in the red zone, big 30-yard bomb from Justin Herbert. So it took him a little bit to get his feet under him, but Keenan Allen's back. If he's in your waiver wire, ladies and gentlemen, you better hope that you can get him. I tried telling you guys before the season started that he was going to be the guy, but I also kind of had to not talk about him too much because everyone else that I was hyping got sniped. Thanks, guys, for listening.
Yeah, right. It's one of those situations where it's like you kind of want to keep some things a secret, but at the same time, you got to tell everybody because it's what we do here at the AFCEastieBoys. Boys. We out here giving out all the secrets.
All the secret
If it
sauce.
costs us money in the long run, that's gonna suck. But
It is what it is. We're having fun. We're enjoying it. We're trying to help you guys win some money. Um, and we're trying to help you guys win your fantasy leagues as well. Well,
and yes, that was a veteran shocker.
Keenan Allen, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
He was like one of the only veteran players that did well this weekend, other than, of course, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, like your typical quarterbacks, like the guys we knew. Like Derrick. This is why I'm so surprised that Derrick Henry fell. Was like ADP 11, 12. Like he was like his position was second round. Like, but he's the number one fucking running back in the league. Like he went out there and proved it. What are your thoughts on Chargers Chiefs? You have anything? That was
Chargers Chiefs game made made me lose my first bet of the season, and so that was disheartening. This whole first week has been kind of disheartening when it comes to bets and everything. At least for me, I got wrecked. But that's okay because we're not out here for the money. We're out here for the fun. But I definitely could see the Chiefs doing better. Obviously, Justin Herbert and the Chargers played a phenomenal game against them, so they deserve that win.
as they always do. And like I said before going into that game, like the Chargers just typically play the Chiefs well. That's one of those division games where it's like it's literally a gamble picking a winner in that game because it could end up going either way and it's usually like always a fight down to the end.
Yeah, yeah. And to be fair, the ending to that game the Chiefs had a chance to
Mm-hmm.
to score, but they ended up having to punt the ball away and hope that their defense was going to get it back, and or they kicked the field goal, right, or something like that.
At the end of the first half, they ran out there and they did a fire drill with their kicker, and yeah, they scored a field goal going into halftime. Um, but at the end, it was kind of just like time just ran out on them.
Yeah, like they didn't even have the ball with Justin Herbert getting that first down slide. That pretty much sealed the deal for them.
Which is a meme worthy slide, by the way, guys. That was a perfect slide by Justin Herbert. Like, it was just like he was just like slid into it, and he was just like knew that somebody was going to be videotaping it and pausing it. He did. He posed the whole way
He's
through.
like, game over,
Yeah,
Mahomes.
game over. Oh, it was great. It was definitely meme worthy. So if somebody can get that clipped and send that to me, I'd love to have that available to use during shows for sure. Um, so that ended, and then we had Saturday, bro. And Saturday, I'm like off and like walking around my house, just like, dang, I got no football today. Could watch some college football, but like, dang, I got nothing. Maybe just clean my house, I guess. Get ready for Sunday. Got a big day Sunday. Big day Sunday. 1 o'clock slate. We had all kinds of games on the 1 o'clock slate. I'm gonna let you take it away. Pick a game and start running.
Uh, 1 o'clock slate. The the Cardinals and the Saints. We're gonna go with the Cardinals and the Saints. Skip down half my list because I don't want to talk about the first three. Well, the first two.
Yeah,
Who am I kidding?
the first two were rough. We could save the AFC East for last, since we are the AFCEastieBoys. Cover everything else, and then we can do AFC East last, because we can pair that right.
All right,
Yeah, we'll do that.
all right, we can do that. So then the Panthers and the Jaguars. We both called this game right. We both the Jaguars were gonna whoop them. The Panthers had a little more fight in them than I expected. Keeping it, relatively watchable for most of the first second half.
Yeah, for sure.
The final score ended up being 10-26, with Jaguars taking it in the end.
Yeah, and
Trevor Lawrence pulled it off over there.
yeah, and those 13 points came after they had a delay of their own. Their delay went pretty long, to be honest. Like all the 1 o'clock games were over, and they were like just getting into second half. Um, just to let you know how long their rain delay lasted. Um, it was pretty slow and boring going up until the rain delay. I think going into the rain delay, it was 13-10. Jacksonville was up on the Panthers. It was a field goal game. I think there was one touchdown from Travis Hunter at that point, and then it went into the rain delay, and then after the rain delay, the game turned on, and I think Travis Etienne got himself a score if I'm not wrong. Chuba Hubbard looked okay out there. He got himself 3 receptions for 32 yards and a tutty. Um, and he also got another 57 yards rushing. So he didn't do too bad fantasy wise. Like he kind of hit right around where his value is. Travis Etienne and Travis Hunter, on the other hand, did very well. Etienne had 143 yards rushing with 13 yards receiving on 3 receptions. So he performed way over his value from where he got drafted
Yeah,
in
way over his
fantasy.
expectations, that's for sure.
For sure, for sure. And then of course Travis Hunter, no, he did not get a touchdown. Sorry, it was not Travis Hunter that got a touchdown. It was H Long that ended up getting that early touchdown. Um, but Travis Hunter himself, he had 6 receptions and for 33 yards. So that's 5.5 per. So not really utilizing him as a wide receiver one, but having him listed as a wide receiver one. Because Brian Thomas Jr. honestly was nowhere to be found. 1 reception for 11 yards, and he's their clear wide receiver one. Be
Good
strange.
job, dude. To be fair, a lot of wide receiver ones did not perform this first week.
No, they didn't. All around the league. We can go back to the Thursday night game. AJ Brown, one reception for 8 yards. Devontae Adams didn't have a lot. So it's definitely so far been a running league.
Jamar Chase had under 5 points in
Bro,
fantasy.
I bet everybody that drafted Jamar Chase at number one right now is probably like pulling hair out. Like, I don't have hair to pull out, but I will pull it out for you. Like, especially with their first game going against the Browns. But we're getting off track there. So, Jaguars, yes, we both took the Jaguars. You can see that in our win column there. We both took the Jaguars. The Carolina Panthers definitely have made some improvements. You can see it on their defense being able to shut down a number one wide receiver. That's definitely an improvement because before a number one wide receiver would have lit them up. Um, but the Jaguars are just ahead of them. 26-10. Jaguars pull away with the win. What's the next game on the docket? Let's segue into the Cleveland Browns Cincinnati game. Cleveland Browns
We can
didn't
certainly do that.
Cleveland Browns didn't look bad in that game. Their defense definitely held them in it. Like I said, like their defense is going to muddy games up, and don't be surprised if they beat some of these good teams that they have to play this year.
They definitely got close with a 17-16 loss for the Browns.
Yeah,
Bengals able to overcome that hurdle of a defense and get one extra point for them.
yeah, that came off of a field goal at the end. Um, and the Cleveland Browns were winning at one point. It was 16
It
to
definitely
13 or 16 to 14. Yeah.
got that. And then we jump around if you want to jump around. We got the Buccaneers and the Falcons, another close game. 23-20. Buccaneers able to pull it out again with a field goal at the end of the game.
We both took Bengals, by the way. Um, the Buccaneers and the Falcons. I took the Buccaneers on this one. Where'd that game go?
Buccaneers 23-20. Buccaneers able to pull it out
You're
at the end of the game.
you're kind of breaking up, but yeah, the Buccaneers pulled it out at the end of the game. Bucky Irving had himself a day. Kate Otten did not have himself a day at all. He put up a straight dud. Um, Mike Evans was Mike Evans. He wasn't great, but he put up 10 points. Bijan Robinson was lighting it up. He had 10 receptions. Freaking, um, how many yards total did he have? He only had 24 rushing, but he had 100 receiving on 6 receptions. So value was
Looking
there.
more like a wide receiver.
Yeah, for real. It seems
Definitely the dump off man.
Yeah, it seems like Michael Penn. He was. I told you guys he was going to be Michael Penix Jr.'s security blanket this year. He threw 27 for 42, 298 yards and a touchdown. He also rushed 6 times. Oh, I nailed that bet too, man. I had that bet six, but I had it parlayed with other stuff that got killed. So I gotta learn. I
Yeah,
gotta learn how to
I
parlay.
took that bet.
I gotta learn how to parlay things because like I put good parlays together, but it's like one thing would kill my bet. Um, so Michael Penix Jr. had 6 carries for 21 yards and a touchdown. So he had a throwing touchdown and a rushing touchdown. He brought Kyle Pitts back to life. He had 7 receptions for 59 yards. Um, but Bijan Robinson and Michael Penix were the only ones to score touchdowns over there. And it's funny because Michael Penix ran it in, Bijan caught it and ran it in. But yeah, I mean, and then the Buccaneers were the Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield actually had a very modest game, but he still put up decent points. He put up 22 points. He went 17 for 32, 167 yards and 3 touchdowns. Nothing big. Like if you spread the receiving around. Everybody was under 70 yards. Their rookie Emeka Egbuka got 4 receptions for 67, and next one was Mike Evans at 5 for 51, and then it drops to under 40 from there. So their rush game, I mean, it didn't get a lot going on either. Baker Mayfield has actually held the most rushing yards, followed by Bucky Irving with 37. So based on
Yeah, Bucky's saving grace was the touchdown,
yeah,
which I had locked in on a bet on Hard Rock app, so that was the one that I did win.
nice, nice, nice. The kicker missed a extra point, and he missed a field goal, so the game could have been completely different. So that could have added 4 points on there. They could have won by 27, won by a touchdown, a convincing win instead of like a at the end we got to struggle to win. So not too confident after that performance from Buccaneers, but more confident in Atlanta Falcons, if that makes any sense. Like I was higher,
More confidence in Michael Penix Jr. and the Bijan blanket.
yep, yep, and less confident in Baker Mayfield's offensive line.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. But I went with Bucks on that one, so I did get it right. 23-20. Where'd you go?
I also went Bucks on that, so we're equal on that one.
All right.
We're gonna blow through all the ones that we got the same and got correct. We got the Giants and Commanders.
Yeah, I mean
Jaden Daniels over there getting it done.
that was an easy one to call, honestly. If anybody went Giants there, it's probably because you're a die-hard Giants fan and you don't want to accept the fact that you guys aren't going to be great this year. Um, but it wasn't a very convincing win from the Commanders either. Like
No, it was not.
Debo Samuel was your guy. I told you, Debo
He
Samuel was
went
your
off.
guy, and I so want to throw you off the side of that balcony right now. That was one of my guys I've been harping on all off season, and that was one of my guys that got
And
sniped.
he rode the bench for me, dude. I'm sorry.
I would have been playing. I would have been playing him. He would have been playing over Devontae Adams.
Oh, 100%.
100%. I would have had him playing over Devontae Adams, or at
But
least
see, that's
in
one of
my
the
startup.
strategies of fantasy football, man. Sometimes you just got to pick up a player to make sure somebody else don't have him.
Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie either. Like I was sitting there Saturday night bored, and I'm like in your team, like with Debo Samuel in a trade option, like trying to figure out like who should I like.
Who can I give him?
Yeah, who should I give him to like get Debo Samuel? But then I'm like, but he's not even. I'm not even gonna be able to get him and use him until next week. So it's like I'll just wait till Monday and see where it goes. But I should have put the trade in because now he's got higher value and he's proven that he's going to be useful. And now
I
it's
would have thought about it come Saturday because he was, like I said, riding my bench. And if you just sent me something tasty,
I know I'm like I should have done it. Now it's too late. Now it's too late. Um, but yeah, so T. Tracy Jr. failed to get anything going on the ground. Russell Wilson got all the rushing yards over there. He had 8 carries for 44 yards, while T. Tracy only had 24. And he wasn't very active in the passing game either. So far after week one, that is turning out to be a bust, even with Russell Wilson as quarterback. But at the same time, it's also turning out to be right that Russell Wilson is most likely not going to finish the season as the Giants' starting quarterback. You're probably going to see that other guy come in at some point. What was his name? We were talking about him a little bit in the offseason. He's a rookie. Anyways, Malik Neighbors did okay, 5 receptions for 71 yards, and then Debo Samuel really was the shining point of the Commanders' offense. Their rookie Jay McCroskey Merritt came out. He did do 10 carries for 82 yards and a touchdown. So, and then Debo Samuel got a rushing touchdown. But he also got seven
he was definitely
receptions.
utilized the way that he needed to be, both rushing and as a wide
A
receiver.
weapon. I told you he's going to be used as a weapon. 7 receptions for 77 yards. The next most utilized receiver was Austin Eckler with 3 receptions for 31. So Austin Eckler didn't do too bad, but so far, like it looks like Jay Krosky Merritt was a good pick for those of you that picked that guy. He was totally not even on my radar, and I do remember somebody had mentioned it at some point. So kudos because he looks like he's going to turn into their number one running back over there.
What was the name?
Jay Krosky Merritt. Jay
All right, let's bump
Krosky
around.
Merritt.
The one we both got wrong, the 49ers and Seahawks.
Yeah,
17-13. Again, a very close one possession loss by the Seahawks.
I didn't um I didn't really watch this game too much. This was on the 4 o'clock slate, right?
I believe so.
I was watching. I was still recovering from my loss, and I was watching the Detroit Lions Packers game, streaming that one. So I wasn't really paying too much attention. I do know that Christian McCaffrey did come out and like perform pretty well, right?
Yeah, he got 69 yards rushing and 73 through the air with 9 receptions.
With 9 receptions. Yeah, so that's
9 receptions.
yeah.
So he was definitely the dump off man again.
So that's not bad, but it's still not impressive compared to what we're used to him doing. But it's still early. It's week one coming off of an injury, so it is. And he was also had an injury designation going into this game, so it's like fantasy owners were sitting there like sweating, sweating whether they should play him or not. But if you played him because you drafted him high, most likely you played him because you drafted him high. It paid off. They squeak away a win. It didn't look impressive. The Seahawks definitely didn't look impressive either. Sam Darnold, Cooper Cup connection was not there. Who else did I got? He definitely
Well,
utilized J. Smith Najigba though.
yes, and San Francisco also had its struggles going through that game as well. They lost both George Kittle and Juwan Jennings with shoulder injuries.
Oh, speaking of shoulder injuries, Xavier Worthy is at the moment it is registered as a dislocated shoulder, but he could end up needing surgery, and the amount of time that he will be out is uncertain at the moment. So
Sorry, Chiefs fans.
could be a week,
Got to avoid that self-inflicted damage.
could be 5 weeks, could be longer. We'll know more probably by Wednesday. As soon as I know something legit, I'll let you guys know. And by the way, that information came from Adam Schefter, so just so you know. But yeah, so we both got that one wrong. 49ers beat the Seahawks. They squeaked away a win. And that's kind of gonna how they're gonna get through their season this year. I feel like is kind of just gonna be squeaking by um, teams, not dominating wins, just sailing by. If they get a win, they get a win. Titans Broncos. Did you watch that game? I know you wanted to.
I did not get to watch it. I wanted to because I wanted to see the debut of Cam Ward. He did okay. Was unable to throw a touchdown, but on the bright side, did not throw an interception as well. He went 12 for 28 with 112 yards, but again, no touchdowns and no interceptions. So all 12 of the Titans points for that game, I believe, came from kicks.
Field goals. Yeah, I don't see any touchdowns here, so. Oh, actually, wait. No, that's an interception, yeah. 2 interceptions they got, so it's all field goals. 4 for 4, long for 50. But their defense held up. And, like, you got to think that
They
that
did.
offense was also playing against a really good defense. Like, a really phenomenal defense. So, but their defense held up against an okay offense. Bo Nix, he came out last year. He was looking pretty good. All he had to do was keep it going. And it looked like in game one, week one, against the Tennessee Titans, an okay defense. Like, they got a better defense than some would think. But it's still not great. But Bo Nix still only did 25 for 40, 176 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions, which is not a good start to the season. Looks like J.K. Dobbins.
No, sir.
J.K. Dobbins, like they had a good split backfield back there between J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey. They kind of both got the same amount of yardage, although J.K. Dobbins definitely got more touches. With 16 carries for 63 yards and a touchdown, to where R.J. Harvey, the new guy, 6 carries for 70 yards, no touchdowns. Cortland Sutton caught a touchdown through the air, so he's going to continue to be the number 1 wide receiver over there in Denver.
King Ferg wants to know, what about Vikings in Chicago?
Oh, we haven't got there yet. That's our tonight game. That'll be at the end. See, we're going through the week 1 recap, so we're recapping all the games we've gone through so far. Get you ready for your week 1 Monday night matchup. Give you some things to look forward to, and then we're gonna give you our week 2 picks.
But if you're out there looking for instant gratification, King Ferg, I'm still thinking the Vikings are going to win that game.
Yeah, my pick doesn't change either. I'm still going with the Vikings. I know J.J. McCarthy's a new quarterback coming out, but Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson over there, like they're still working kinks out for that offense, and the Viking defense is pretty on point.
So there you go, King Ferg. I got him to talk about it whether he wanted to or not.
Yeah, I wanted to save it. Make sure y'all smash that like and subscribe.
All right.
Hold on, I got something for that.
All right.
Hold on, I got something for that.
All right. So we'll jump back.
On.
We'll jump back.
Don't agree with it? That's too bad.
Like and subscribe anyways.
Okay, yeah, we're going to jump back and we'll look at the Lions-Packers game. You did get to watch this one, I hear.
Yes, I watched.
Even if you did have tears in your eyes while watching.
I was watching it. I actually was streaming. I streamed the first half of it because I was still kind of doing post-game show for the Miami Dolphins anyways, crying about our loss there. But it was a good one, okay? So I know in the beginning when the Dallas Cowboys played the Eagles on Thursday night, Jerry Jones was sitting here like, man, that was a good trade. Trading away Micah Parsons. That was great. That was good. But then Sunday afternoon rolled around, and now you know Jerry Jones is watching this Detroit Lions Green Bay Packers game, right? And he's looking at it like he's going in like, oh, Detroit Lions are going to win this. People are going to realize that I made the smartest move of the offseason. And the Green Bay Packers come out here and look like motherfucking Super Bowl contenders with their defense. Their offense was clicking. Their defense was clicking. Like, they were shutting down the Detroit Lions. And you know the Detroit Lions have a phenomenal defense. And I guarantee you, I want to get a clip of the first Micah Parsons sack, and I want to get a clip of Jerry Jones. Because you know at that moment when Micah Parsons got that sack, Jerry Jones was like, fuck! Maybe I did make the wrong move. Because he really was a game changer for the Green Bay Packers. Like, the pass rush from him, like, the pressure, like, it was just an added element that Green Bay had on defense to put in the face of a really highly productive offense in the Detroit Lions. like they struggled. They struggled to move the ball down the field. In the beginning, it was like just dink and dunking and like couldn't get the run game going. You look like you want to say something. What's up?
27-13. That score was 27-13. The Lions had a chance to make something happen, but their offensive line just kept letting the Packers through, and it didn't pan out the way that obviously the way that Jerry Jones thought it was going to. Because I seen a meme of his face during one of those terrible offensive runs from the Lions, and watching the defense of the Packers with his star out there playing for another team, and he was not happy. He did not look happy. His face was upset.
Honestly, the Green Bay Packers offense went out there and they really did play flawlessly. Even though I think Jordan Love did have a pick, if I may be right. Hold on, I know Jared Goff had a pick. No, he did not have a pick, but he didn't put up a lot of points. It was 188 yards, 2 touchdowns. It was just very consistent play. They controlled the clock. They ran the ball when they need to. They moved the chains, like big chunk plays here and there, just to keep the ball moving, keep it going down the field in a positive direction. Josh Jacobs only had 66 yards and a touchdown on 19 carries, so it's like he was only like getting a little chunk yardage here and there. Same with Jordan Love. Like he had a bunch of dink and dunk passes, but like he also had a bunch of big passes mixed in with that. The Tucker Craft, although it doesn't have it listed here, but that Tucker Craft got a touchdown early in the game. It was a nice pass. Like the stats that I'm looking at right. Oh, that's rushing. That's why. Okay, that makes sense. Tucker Craft had a nice touchdown, first touchdown of the game. Just clean pass through the middle, like right in the middle of the field, for like 11 yards, 8 to 11 yards, just to start it off, just clean, bro. It was nasty. The Green Bay Packers literally looked like they were in the kitchen just cooking up some shit with the Detroit Lions. They really looked like a Super Bowl contender team. Now this is only week 1, so like they've been preparing for this game for all off season. And they obviously prepared better than the Detroit Lions. This is why week 1 is one of the hardest weeks to figure out. It's because like these teams have a lot more time to prepare for this opponent compared to the next opponent. You know what I mean?
Okay. Then we jump to the Texans and the Rams. Rams winning that one 14-9. CJ Stroud unable to perform against that Rams defense. 188 yards and 1 interception, and no touchdowns.
0.
So it looks like all of Texans' points came from field goals as well. Stars of that game were Fairbarn, and on the other side, definitely Puka Nakua and Kieran Williams. Davis Allen got a 13-yard pass from Matt Stafford in the third quarter, and that was the last score of the game.
Yeah, Devontae Adams got himself a little bit of usage, but he didn't find the end zone, so his value didn't shoot up like it should have. He was kind of like right there in the middle. I think he scored like 10 points, if I'm not wrong, fantasy wise.
You talking about Raiders Patriots?
No, no, no. I was talking about the Devontae Adams.
Oh, that's right, because he's a Ram now.
Yeah. But Puka Nakua is still stealing the show over there. It's going to be the Matthew Stafford Puka Nakua show. And then Kyron sprinkled in with a little bit of Kyron Williams. But
yes, who was able to get that 1-yard touchdown to claim me another bet win.
Yeah, but that defense over there at the Rams is going to be what really holds them in. Tries to keep these games manageable. Being able to hold the Texans to 9 points, it's not easy to do considering the offense that they have. Like, they do have a mobile quarterback, but it seems like C.J. Stroud is like falling out of that one tier and like starting to drop down into the next tier down. You know what I mean? Because he's
Right.
winning, or he's starting to not perform well against some of these good tough teams, like not finding ways to win games and not looking well. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah, he did have 5 rushes, but it was only for 32 yards.
yeah, I mean, not super impressive, you know. So
And you can tell they were trying to throw the ball often because Chubb only had 13 rushes for 60 yards. And that's a low number for a guy like him.
well, I kind of knew that was going to happen. We talked about that last week. Remember, I was saying like I'm not yet confident in Chubb because they did just pick him up to replace Joe Mixon, who's going to be out for a couple weeks and probably the season. But the Chubb value will be there. It's going to take him a couple weeks to get this offense under his system and like figure it out. And they also have Dare Agubamwale over there as well, who's been there from last year. But picture Nick Chubb and then look at what Derrick Henry did last year. Remember how it took Derrick Henry a couple games to get his feet under him last year? Like the Chiefs game, he did shitty. Week 2, he did shitty. Week 3, he did shitty. Week 4 through 18, though, he lit it up. So I'm not saying that Nick Chubb is going to put up Derrick Henry numbers. I'm just saying it's going to take him a couple games before he starts putting up his regular numbers. But they will be there. I promise you. They will be there. But
Remains to be seen.
we both took the Rams there, right? I took the Rams.
Yes, we both took the Rams there and got the victory.
All right. What's the next game on the docket?
I guess we should jump back to the Patriots Raiders and start this AFC bunghole.
Oh, the AFC East. That is right. We are the AFCEastieBoys, huh? So we do have to talk about the abysmal performance from everyone in the AFC East.
Except for one team.
Shush your mouth. Shush. I'm going to throw you off that balcony, man. You already stole Debo Samuel.
I'm just saying, every Buffalo Bill fan that's watching us right now is like smiling so hard, knowing that we're about to talk crap about our teams while their team is sitting at the top of the division.
So the Raiders Patriots, like, that wasn't too much of a surprise there. What really surprised me there was that how they were able to contain Ashton Genty, but also it's not really surprising if you consider everything else revolving around the Oakland Raiders or the Vegas Raiders right now. Like, their Geno Smith is their quarterback. Like, who's their clear number 1 wide receiver over there? Like, they got Brock Bowers, but like Brock Bowers can only do so much, which he did enough yesterday. He performed. Not up to round 2 value, but he performed. But Ashton Genty didn't do that great. He did get himself a touchdown, right?
I'm actually looking to see who has him.
I'm pretty sure he got a touchdown in that win yesterday. Yeah, he did. He went 19 for 38 and got himself a touchdown on the ground. And he had 2 receptions for 2 yards. Other than that, Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers stole the show. There you go. That's their number 1, Jacoby Myers. Like, he did do pretty well. He had 8 for 97, and Brock Bowers had 5 for 103. Their defense, though, is what won that game. Score was 20-13. I had the Raiders going into this one. Like, they held their rushing. Like, they didn't even get a total of 50 rushing yards. 27, 15, 11, 4, and 3. So that's like right around 50 yards rushing. Drake May was able to muster up 287 passing yards, though, but he had 1 touchdown and 1 interception.
Yeah, even Trayvon Henderson didn't do well.
Nah, he did better.
He rushed 5 times for 27 yards and brought in 6 targets for 24 yards,
Yeah,
but they still ended up losing.
yeah, I was gonna say he did better in the passing game than he did in the running game. But like you're gonna expect that from the Raiders, and that's what's gonna hold the Raiders in most of these games is like they're gonna be able to shut down runs. Like they're gonna be able to shut down runners. They're just like their offense isn't gonna be able to put up enough points to win games. Like if somebody attacks them through the air, like they were able to do it here against the Patriots. Because I mean Drake made 30 for 46, 287 yards, one tutty, one interception. I mean, that's not bad. It's not winning, you know. 2 touchdowns, he probably could have won that game. They go into overtime and like maybe they win it with a field goal at the end. But I'm not surprised. Like we have a brand new everything over there in New England, so it's like, what do you expect? What do you expect from Mike Vrabel over there in New England?
More mediocrity.
More media.
I don't expect the New England Patriots to improve. I expect them to be trash for the next 2 3 years. Just because they they used up all their karma in the Brady era.
Yeah, no, I do think they're a couple years behind still. I don't think this year. I'm still on the fence that I don't think this year is going to be a playoff year for them, but maybe in a year or two I could see them fighting for the playoffs again. With this team that they have, they're just there's a few pieces still that they need to fix. Like they're sitting in the same boat as the Dolphins. Like they have faith in a quarterback that isn't going to be the guy. Sorry. Like
Ouch.
we can go ahead and segue right into that game if you want to. Like I just want to fucking get it out of the way already. Looking like the worst fucking
Might as well.
looking like the worst fucking team in the NFL. Literally looked like the worst fucking team in the NFL yesterday. I can't even. I had so much hope for them too. Like I talked them up so much. Like there was like they were saying all the right things in the off season. Like I went and had multiple shows about how this team has been doing all the right things in the off season, and like I've been pointed out like all the little like read between the line sayings and motions and stuff in these player interviews. And what did they do yesterday? Bro, they made me break my face mask. They made me break my face mask. I broke this bitch. Look, I'm sitting here playing with the pieces of it. They made me break my face mask. I was in here cussing with my daughter, bro. Like, if y'all did not check out the live yesterday, if y'all did not check out the live yesterday for yesterday's game, you have to go back and just rewatch it. I promise you, you will not regret it. Make sure that you're not drinking anything at any moment because at any moment you could end up spitting it everywhere. Just saying. Just saying.
I did twice. I did twice.
I had so
I went back and took clips from that. It was so bad that it was so good. Like there were moments where you could feel the animosity and even the emergence of Goel was just like trying to be a saving grace for your anger.
Oh, it was fun though. Like I enjoyed it, and like that's why I enjoy live streaming the games because it makes me be positive, even though my team is sucking ass, bro. Because we looked so bad yesterday. We made Daniel Jones look like a number one quarterback in the league. Like our defense was not able to get any kind of pressure back there on the quarterback. We weren't able to really contain the run. Like Tyler Warren made his debut, got 8 receptions or 7 receptions, almost 100 yards. Like a just it was abysmal on all phases. There was a moment where we almost could have got an onside kickback, and we failed to get the onside kickback. Like just we could have had it. It went past the dude. The dude touched it. All we had to do was jump on it. We couldn't do it, and that could have turned things around. There was a big inner that roughing the kicker Like I was, bro. You remember? You said you went back and you watched it, and I'm sitting
Destroyed
here.
you.
I'm sitting here, and I still have confidence, bro. We're sitting in the third quarter. There's like 7 minutes left, and I still have confidence, even though like Tua has already thrown 3 interceptions and fumbled the ball once. I don't know why they only have 2 interceptions on here on him. He threw 3 interceptions yesterday. Um, I'm still have confidence, and then like we get that roughing the kicker call that gives the Colts the ball back, a first down. When it was this was the momentum shift. This was the moment where it was over because the Colts went down. They marched another 9 minutes off the clock and went and kicked a field goal, and like it was just done from no. They scored a touchdown, and it was just done from there. Like they ran as much time off the clock as they fucking could. We gave them the first down by roughing the kicker. Matthew Judon, that was a big mistake. That was a costly penalty.
They ended up scoring 2 rushing touchdowns with Daniel Jones and 1 passing touchdown from that man. He put up 272 yards on the defense and 26 yards rushing to get those 2 rushing touchdowns. Daniel Jones put on a clinic against the Dolphins, and the emotions that you went through on that live, holy hell. Like, I saw facepalm. I might not be able to stream the next games because I'm going to be crying. I saw the anger of you breaking stuff. I saw you reach for the axe, like you were going to axe somebody.
Goel was out here, bro.
The emergence of Goel was brought on just to hide your face, to hide the embarrassment because of all the confidence that you had. It was there, bro. Down 17-0. You're like, they're not scoring again. I promise you, this is exactly how I said it was going to happen. I was like, oh no.
I was like, I said the final score was going to be 24-17. They're not scoring no more points. Then they put up another.
And boy, was he wrong.
Another 3 points before halftime. Like, ay, bro. They went out there and literally looked like the worst team in the NFL. And then like the pressers afterwards didn't even help. Like it was just even worse news for the Miami Dolphins. And this is why I was gonna say earlier. Remember how I alluded to Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes?
You guys benched Tua, didn't you?
We did. I mean, but that's because the game is over and like it's why I put him out there. He's already getting hit and like he might have
blind side.
He might have suffered another concussion yesterday because he did get tackled and hit his head, and like I kind of seen him like stumble a little bit, but like nobody really did anything about it, so they just kind of let it keep going. But I'm gonna go look at that part of the film a little bit more later this week and find out and see if maybe he did, because he could be out again. And Pete, if that's the case, Pete's takes called it. If he's out, if he ends up going out for the next couple weeks, Pete's takes called it. He called it. He's like, watch.
Game 1.
Yeah, he said watch Tua go out game 1, Zach Wilson come in, but he said that we would win with Zach Wilson. But he was assuming that Zach Wilson would come in a lot earlier, like maybe second quarter or so. But Zach Wilson,
yeah, to be fair,
didn't look any better
after the fumble and the first 2 interceptions. I would have pulled Tua and been like, let's at least fucking try with Zach Wilson and see what he can do against, a real team really trying.
But Zach Wilson got enough time. He got 2 full series, and he didn't look any better. So I'm not. We still have quarterback problems. But like I was saying, like the Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill thing, I think now's the time the Miami Dolphins need to start considering that, because now with Xavier Worthy, question marks around him. Rashee Rice is out for 6 weeks until week 6. Like, I think they can use a guy like Tyreek Hill back.
You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
And if the Dolphins consider selling the team, that would be the time.
Well, I mean, that's what me and a lot of the people have been talking about in the community. It's like we're gonna know, like the Dolphins are gonna know early whether it's time to sell or not. You know what I mean? Time to start shipping out some of these players like Tyreek Hill, Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb, and like getting pieces for the future. We need to consider that. Like if we lose week 2, fucking might as well wash this season. Put Quinn Ewers out there and see what we got with him to know if we need to be still drafting a quarterback or not. Fucking don't waste time with Zach Wilson. We need to see if Quinn Ewers is going to be the guy. We need to use him. Like if this is going to be the case, like that's what needs to happen. We need to throw Quinn Ewers out there and see what we got with Quinn Ewers because obviously we know Tua is not the fucking guy. Like coming out in week 1 looking like a the worst quarterback in the league. He had 5 points. There was like, and he got that at the end in garbage time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, embarrassing. I'm not even gonna wear my Tua jersey next week to our home opener. I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I might go shirtless. I don't fucking know.
I can give you a Zach Wilson jersey, but it's going to be a Jets jersey.
Yeah, fuck you. Nice segue.
Just saying.
Nice segue.
I
There.
tried. Yeah, nice segue to the Jets. We had a phenomenal game. Like the game itself was great. We played great. Justin Fields did great. Brees Hall did great. Brees Hall went for 107 rushing yards. He got 38 receiving yards on 2 receptions. But then you turn around and you look at Justin Fields, and his numbers were astounding, considering what we thought he was going to do. Justin Fields ended up being 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns for 48 yards rushing, a touchdown pass, and 218 passing yards. Way above what anybody thought he was going to do. He ended up with 29, almost 30 points in fantasy. And the three touchdowns is what really like it's great to see as a Jets fan whose offense has never really lit anybody up in the last like 5 years. It was nice to see them put up double digit scores, or you know what I mean, double digit points, relatively with ease. The Steelers defense did up holding up at the end and forcing a punt that could have kept us in the lead and winning that game, which caused the Aaron Rodgers era and Aaron Rodgers led Steelers to be able to kick a field goal in the last seconds of the game. Mike Tomlin over there with some great coaching calls. I can't even hate on the man. He did fantastic. Uh, Aaron Rodgers also, he did very well. Um, Coming out against his old team, and I want to be mad at him. I really do. I want to be upset. I want to say he's garbage and he's an old man and he should quit the game. But I can't. I can't.
No, of course you can't. He had a MVP caliber performance yesterday. Didn't he throw like 4 touchdowns, 300 yards, some shit? He threw 3.
I'm getting to it now. Yeah.
I know he threw 3 or 4 touchdowns. Almost 300 yards. Like he had a MVP caliber performance for sure.
Yeah.
Geno Smith got himself
He had 22 of 30 passes for 244 yards, 4 touchdowns, and no interceptions in the win 34-32 over the Jets.
And like the Jets honestly were like dominating. Not dominating, but they were winning that game pretty much the whole way. Up until about the 4th quarter, I think is when the shift happened. And that's when like the Pittsburgh Steelers scored and then they got the kickoff return back, right? There was a fumble and they got the ball back and they turned it into another score, right? To bring it within, and then that's when they took the lead on you guys, I believe, and then you guys weren't able to get the field goal at the end.
Yeah, we were pretty much stopping the run most of the game, and that's why they had to revert to going through the air. Aaron Rodgers averaged 8.1 yards per attempt and made up for the ineffective ground game. He often got the ball out of his hands quickly, with DK Metcalf and Calvin Austin excelling after the catch because they're big burly dudes, man. Once they got the ball in their hands and turn upfield, it's kind of hard to get them to the floor.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But he delivered. His 4 touchdowns were from 22 yards out, 18 yards out, 5 yards out, and 3 yards out to 4 different receivers. So he was able to spread the ball around and come through with a victory. Don't get me wrong, Justin Fields was able to do relatively close to the same thing, minus the victory.
I'll tell you what, if Aaron Rodgers keeps performing like this, it's going to make our Aaron Rodgers skits very interesting going through the season. Like, I need to hurry up and finish. I need to hurry up and finish with the off-season skits so we could start getting into the regular season skits and start doing it. Because I can't.
About to send this man into a cave to read a book. Let's go.
Well, we're already done with that one. We're on to the next skit now. He's next version of the Pat McAfee show. We gotta get together and film that and get that filmed so I can start editing it and putting it out. I can start working on the next one. For sure.
Don't agree with it? That's too bad.
All right,
Like
so
and
I think
subscribe
that
anyways.
concludes
Like
our
and
week
subscribe
1
anyways.
recap.
Oh, we still got one more game that I guess we can talk about before we
Oh right,
push them into Monday Night Football.
oh right.
Right, yeah.
The
that
Bills
game from
and the
last night.
Ravens.
That game from last night. Oh my gosh, that was.
To be fair, this game was electrifying.
It was.
Like it had me on the edge of my seat like 4 or 5 times. I actually did cuss at my TV in the darkness of my room.
Yeah, no, it was definitely good. I was kind of wanting to get off. I was hoping it was going to be a slow game, and I was wanting to get off so I could like hang out with the wife. But it was like because I'd been watching football all day, you know what I mean? And but no, it was like I can't stop watching this. Like this is going to be a great game
Yeah,
from start to
you
finish,
couldn't
like-
pull yourself away. And
No,
if you
no.
did, you regretted it.
Oh, I know. There were people that left Highmark Stadium early because like the Buffalo Bills were down, and it looked like Baltimore Ravens were just.
It looked
gonna
like it was
run away.
over. The Ravens had a 99.1% chance of winning the game with 4 minutes and 38 seconds left.
And somehow it seemed like time just slowed down for the Buffalo Bills. Like legit, it just felt like that last 4 minutes when they were down 15 points, like that last 4 minutes just lasted like a whole quarter and a half. It was just like slowed down. And it's just the way that the Josh Allen went out there and led the team, man. Like it wasn't he wasn't feeling rushed. He had confidence in himself the whole time. Like he was smiling, like joking around, like he was having fun with it for sure. And it's scary. That's fucking scary being in the AFC East with these guys because like he went out there and led this team to a late comeback win. Legit. Like the passes that he made there like were like on point when they needed to be. Like
But let's just clear this up. That game-winning drive at the end could not have happened if Derrick Henry wouldn't have fumbled that ball and given Buffalo Bills a chance to make that, to start that comeback.
yeah, no, for sure. Like for sure, the Derrick Henry fumble definitely killed the game for the Baltimore Ravens and gave the Buffalo Bills the chance to have the comeback. But if you want to get fair, you can go back to the drive before that when Josh Allen scrambled for a first down and he slid. They called it short, but he actually had the line.
Oh, I
again.
agree.
He should have had that
He
first
had
down.
the first down
And then
for
the
that,
Baltimore
for sure.
Ravens wouldn't have had the ball there yet anyways. It would have been Buffalo Bills still having the ball pushing down the field to possibly score. So I mean, like it just goes hand in hand. But yeah, for sure. Like Derrick Henry fumbling that ball, I guarantee you he's like on the machines right now, like working his ass off to make sure that something like that doesn't happen again. Because guess what? At the end of the season, that could be the home field advantage that they just lost.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Like that home field advantage that you need,
Did you
that's so precious in the playoffs. Like Buffalo Bills might have just took that from them.
did you see his face on the sidelines
Oh yeah,
while that last drive was going on?
oh yeah, it looked like he
So
wanted to cry. He
disappointed in
looked like
himself.
he wanted to cry, bro. He was like, "Bro, I want to cry right now, but I know that there's like cameras watching me all around." Like he wanted to
His
cry.
his
He wanted to
his,
fucking cry.
his inner dialogue was telling him, "I cannot fucking believe I just let that happen, and I just cost my team the game on a game that I've scored 2 touchdowns and had over 100 and over 100, almost 170 yards."
He was definitely the best player on the field. Like better than Josh Allen, better than Lamar Jackson. He was definitely the best player on the field last night. I mean, like it's hard to compare the three of them because all three of them really did really great. Zay Flowers himself did good. James Cook did good. Like there
Yeah,
was
Zay Flowers was phenomenal.
like everybody did really good. Josh Allen did really good at dispersing the ball around. Khalil Shakur did his job of like handling the ball and making sure that he makes the crucial catches. Keon Coleman came out and performed pretty well after having a not so great first year. You know what I mean?
Well, he had a not so great first half too.
Missed a couple
He
catches,
didn't
right?
start. Yeah, he didn't start lighting it up until that fourth quarter.
Yeah, crunch time, and that's what it takes to be a winning team, man. It's like it doesn't matter how you start; it matters how you finish. You know what I mean? Like you're expected to kind of, especially in week one, yeah, it's kind of expected to still like have some kinks to be worked out, and and that's kind of like what championship teams do. Like they work those kinks out, though. They don't keep making,
Yeah,
they don't keep, they don't go from having kinks that need to be worked out to like having even worse kinks, breaking it even more, like the Miami fucking Dolphins did against the Indianapolis Colts. It's like, gosh, man. So what?
well, Coleman also got lucky by catching that deflected ball for the 10-yard touchdown to make it a one possession game
I
in the
mean,
fourth quarter.
you can call that
It,
you can call that lucky, or can you call that awareness? Because at the same,
oh, I call it lucky 100% because that ball was going to Shakur and then got tipped like 3 yards away from him, and then he was able to jump and get that. Yes, that is awareness for not knowing, not expecting it, and then being able to go in there and get it and get that touchdown. But he also had two failed 2-point conversions thrown his way and was brought down by the defender with a shoestring tackle shortly before the game-winning field goal. So he could have easily, you know, had himself a real big game.
yeah, them 2 point conversions were crucial because it would have also it would have changed the speed of the game because it would have been a tie game at that point. It would have changed the speed of the game. But then also, still, you also have the doinked extra point from Tyler Loop, their rookie
Yeah,
kicker. So like that would have made it a
absolutely. That doink
41
extra
game.
point
So
could have
it's like
could have put it in overtime.
both teams kind of made mistakes, which is expected. But both teams kind of figured out how to battle through those mistakes. Like both teams looked great out there. It was definitely the best game of the week so far. For sure, I would probably say the Jets Steelers was probably the next best. Especially if you want to look at a points standpoint, but I'm just looking at like performance and action and fun. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the rest of the games
Yeah,
were kind of boring, and it was like not a lot of scoring. It was kind of like slow. It looks like still preseason. Everybody's still in preseason. I mean, the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay game was pretty fun to watch, but Green Bay looked like they were ready for the regular season, to whereas Detroit kind of felt like they were still in the preseason. So it was a little lopsided there. The Eagles Dallas game, both of them came out looking like they were ready to play football. and so did.
Well, getting back to the Baltimore Bills game, I remember you saying something about the rookie kicker. I just went to look back at his stats. He did pretty good, except for that doink. Like he had a 52-yard field goal in the first quarter, two extra kicks in the second, followed by a 49-yard field goal also in the second. And then he made two more extra points in the third, and then finally in the fourth missed one. Don't get me wrong, yeah, crunch time, you got to make those. Extra points are called extra points because they should be guaranteed.
Should be guaranteed.
Should be guaranteed. But all in all, on the day, the man did good. He just made one mistake, which is less than you can say for Josh Allen. He made multiple mistakes. He did throw an interception, which cost me one of my other bets. I had a bet for Baltimore's Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen to neither one of them throw an interception, and of course Buffalo had to ruin that for me.
Of course.
They also decided to ruin the 6.5 points that I tried to give them in the spread, and came back and won the game, which cost me that bet as well. All in all, the Buffalo Bills cost me $70 last night, and it makes me want to cry.
Ouch. Fuck them Bills. Well,
Fuck them Bills.
hopefully that teaches you not to bet against them and try to just stay away.
No.
Try to just stay away from them altogether. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stay away from the Dolphins altogether.
100% staying away from the Dolphins. I said it that day because they ruined a parlay for me on my 1:00 games. Don't get me wrong, the Jets also ruined that same parlay, but
At least the Jets.
fuck the Dolphins.
At least the Jets lost like a real game.
We lost in a disheartening, gut-wrenching fashion. You guys just lost.
Yeah, like legit. I probably could have went out there and did a better job than Tua Tagovailoa if you want to ask me honest questions.
Run it back. I could have done better than Tua, and I would have been trying to lose the game.
Oh man! So Monday night, that's the only one we don't got. He's Charlie Waffles sitting at 10-5, Cat in a Hat sitting at 11-4. We both got Minnesota Vikings going into tonight's game. The offense is going to be good enough over there. You have Justin Jefferson. We've seen the product of what he turns quarterbacks into. We watched it with Kirk Cousins. We watched it with Sam Darnold. You can go back and watch the game with Sam Darnold yesterday. He did not look like he did when he was with the Vikings and had Justin Jefferson catching the ball. So J.J. McCarthy is going to be just fine. Plus you have Aaron Jones over there. You have T.J. Hawkinson. And then you have that dominating defense who's going to be very, very convincingly dominating against a struggling...
I still got Van Ginkel?
Yes, against a struggling Chicago Bears offense that hasn't quite got it together, and they're going to look like they're still in the preseason tonight. They're going to look like they're still in the preseason. Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams, they're just... It's not there yet. It's just still kind of separated.
All right, so if the Bears blow the doors off the Vikings, you heard it here. Cat in the Hat is eating his words.
Yeah. I mean, you. I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. You just saw me during the Dolphins game yesterday. Oh my gosh.
All right, let's get rid of the sadness and get back to something a little more heartfelt and warming.
Yeah. So Vikings over the Bears tonight. I'm saying 24-10. Waffles said like 27-13, right? Or you were higher than that.
My combined points were 42.
So what? So what's the score for that?
I didn't give you a score yet, mother lover. I'm gonna say 24-17. Sounds familiar, don't it?
Yeah, it does. That makes 41 though.
Yeah, you're right.
All good. It don't matter. 42. I was thinking maybe like 30 to 12 or some shit you were gonna go, but 24-17 sounds good. Sounds about right. That gives Justin Jefferson a touchdown, Aaron Jones a touchdown, and maybe a defensive touchdown for Andrew Van Ginkel to start the season, and then a field goal. Sounds about right. Maybe Justin Jefferson gets 2 touchdowns. Who knows? All right, but now we got week 2.
All right.
We got week 2 coming up, right?
Week 2, baby, coming at you.
It's going to be a good one. There's some good matchups. There's some good matchups coming up for week 2. There's also some tricky matchups coming up for week 2. So hopefully we can do better, and let's see if we can go undefeated in week 2. Obviously Thursday night it kicks us off. We got the Washington Commanders going to the Green Bay Packers. What say you?
I'm going with the Commanders. I as great a show as the Packers put on, and as lousy a show as the Commanders put on, I'm still getting on that Jaden Daniels bus, and him and Debo Samuel and McLaurin are going to work it all out and score 30 plus points on the Packers.
Okay. Yeah, definitely the performance from yesterday with Green Bay on Detroit. Definitely. Originally going into this, I would have been right there with you. Yeah, I'm on the Jaden Daniels train, and I'm not jumping off. I just I do think the Green Bay Packers are better with this Micah Parsons move when they made it. It's just it they look different, man. They're playing different. I do think that they're gonna win this Thursday night game. I think they're gonna beat the Commanders. I think it's gonna be probably the highest scoring game of the weekend. It's probably gonna look like it did last night. We're probably sitting at like 37 to 34 range.
Okay, so what about the Giants and the Cowboys?
Giants and the Cowboys. I mean, the Cowboys did enough to show me that they can beat a bad team that the Giants are. Um, they did enough on offense. They did enough on defense to show me that they can win some games. And the Giants, I'm sorry, right now, like I can't put any faith in that team, not on offense or on defense. So I got the Cowboys on this one for sure.
I'm going to agree with you there. I also went with the Cowboys. I think Dak Prescott and his team are going to pull it together and get a win after that upsetting loss to the Eagles in the first week.
Another touchdown for CeeDee Lamb in week 2. You will get another touchdown from Malik Neighbors as well, though, and maybe T Tracy
All right.
will slide his way into the end zone.
So then we move on to the Seahawks and the Steelers.
I mean, the Seahawks are not as good on defense as the Jets, in my opinion. I definitely feel like the Jets have definitely a better secondary than the Seahawks do, but the Seahawks have a better front seven, and like they have better like safeties. But based on their performance and what they did with a injured San Francisco team yesterday, and they weren't able to muster up a win there. And not only that, like their offense is not it. Who do they have slinging the ball for them? Geno Smith, right?
Who?
Seahawks.
I'm pretty sure it was Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold and Cooper Kupp and just Najigba, yeah. So we saw it. Sam Darnold is not the product that he was in Vikings. I don't see them having a chance against a Steeler team that's led by Aaron Rodgers, who at the moment had an MVP caliber performance yesterday. Like nobody can argue with me about that. 244 30, 22 for 30, 244, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, led the team to a comeback win, MVP caliber performance right there. I'm going with the Steelers.
I am also going with the Steelers on this game. Aaron Rodgers definitely showed that he is a potential MVP candidate with his performance against the Jets defense, and that's all I'm going to say on the matter.
Yeah, it was a good week one for them, for sure.
Rams Titans.
What is it?
Rams Titans. I'm going with the Rams on this one. I still don't have the confidence in Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans with their new group of sucky players. So we're taking the Rams.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you there. Like the Titans did do a good job of holding Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos to a low score, if you want to call 20 low comparatively. Um, but yeah, they weren't able to get anything going on offense, and the Rams defense is just as bad as the Broncos defense. It's just the only difference there is the Rams offense is way more potent than the Broncos defense. So Rams are gonna win that one probably by 2 touchdowns at least.
And then we move on to the Bills and the Jets.
A week 2 divisional matchup between the Bills and the Jets. This one is one of those games where I told you like this is one of those games where could be tricky.
Yeah, that's a tricky game.
This one definitely can go either way. Especially considering how the Jets performed yesterday. But it's early, and we're gonna give it to Josh Allen right now, because we've seen what he could do. We've seen what he did against the Baltimore Ravens last night, and came back and led that team to a victory. And we just saw the Jets do the same thing the Baltimore Ravens did, and let a team come back at the end and come back and win the game. So given those two circumstances, I'm gonna go with the Bills on this one, unfortunately.
Well, I'm gonna double down, Eagles. And I'm going Jets, baby. We're doubling down on the Jets, and we're gonna hope and pray that Justin Fields can muster up the same kind of performance he did, and that our defense is able to at least pick off Josh Allen one time and slow that offense down so that he doesn't feel so confident out there smiling all the time. Obviously, the Dolphins can't do it, and the Patriots aren't going to do it. So the Jets got to go out there and get the job done and make Josh Allen cry his first tears of the season.
I mean, it's very possible. They're definitely throwing the ball more, and when Josh Allen throws the ball more, he's more prone to making interceptions. He almost threw a couple.
You keep saying these words like possible and maybe and all this, and where's the unhinged confidence you had in the Dolphins yesterday that my Jets are going to do the same thing? Yeah, there you go. There's the eyes I want to see, the shifty eyes I'm looking for right there. I don't know about all that,
look,
Charlie
you're
asking
me to be positive against two of my division rivals. Like, which one? Like, you want me to choose? Like,
let's choose the greater of two evils.
I'm still mad at you for stealing Deebo Samuel, motherfucker. Bills win that because you.
All right,
Deebo
well,
Samuel.
don't hold that against the Jets. Hold that against me.
Oh man.
No, if the Jets defense comes to perform, I think that they're better than the Baltimore defense per se. So I don't think that Josh Allen's going to score as much on the Jets as they did Baltimore. Aaron Rodgers was able to get up there and make his 4 touchdowns, yes, but he's also had time with the Jets to kind of know what their schemes are going to be. So, like, when he reads that Jets defense, he's reading a defense that he worked with for 2 years, and he watched from the sidelines for 2 years. So he was going against something he knew a lot about. Josh Allen's not going to have that same insight into our plays and our what we're showing him. So I feel like he's going to make some mistakes next week, especially because he's riding high on his win over Baltimore right now.
Just to remind you, Josh Allen plays the Jets twice every year.
Twice. Yeah, that's 4 times he's seen the Jets defense in 2 years. Aaron Rodgers has seen the Jets defense every freaking day for 2 years.
Well, that's not true either. He spent a lot of time in caves reading books, so he wasn't there paying attention.
Well, in the off season, yeah.
All right, so what's our next game?
Next game, Patriots and the Dolphins.
Home opener for the Dolphins. Like, both teams really didn't look impressive. And this is going to be another...
No, neither team had spectacular talent going out there.
Neither team looked impressive. Whoo! Man, this is another one of those games where it's like, oh, it could go either way. It really could go either way. Like, the New England defense, I feel like, is going to be tougher than the Colts defense is. But this is going to be a must-win for Tua. I feel like this is a must-win for Tua. He has to come out here and you wanted that confidence. Here we go. He has to come out here and he has to have a good game. And I mean, he has to have an MVP caliber game. He has to have a perfect performance. He has to go out there and look like Aaron Rodgers did, throwing 4 touchdowns and under 300 yards and 0 interceptions. He has to come out here and he has to pick apart this New England defense. That's what he has to do. And the good thing about Drake May and the New England Patriots is maybe our defense can actually get some pressure this Sunday and actually get to the quarterback. Because, like, he's not as mobile as Daniel Jones. He's not a mobile quarterback. He's a pocket passer, but he can be mobile if he has to be. But he's not looking to be mobile. So I think we have the advantage there defensive-wise.
Okay.
And we have the weapons on offense. It's just a matter of getting the ball in their hands. And if we can do that, that's all we got to do. Even if we have to dink and fucking dunk our way through this season to be a winning team that makes it into the playoffs and doesn't end this season without a playoff win. So we're not that lone team at the top with 26 years without a playoff win. That'd be a bad record to have, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to win on Sunday. I'm going to be there. I'm not going to be wearing my Tua jersey. I'll be wearing a different jersey, but I will be there, and I will be repping our team, and I will be cheering them on all the way to the finish. Maybe I'll bring Goel. Maybe I'll bring my axe. Maybe I'll chop somebody's head off. Who fucking knows? But we're going to win that game.
All right. I'm going to disagree with you on that one.
Okay, Caden.
Yeah, I'm going to have to highlight this one with a little T mark for all the games that I disagree with you on my little pad here. And I'm going to say the Patriots are going to come out and win this game. It's going to be upsetting. It's going to be another gut-wrenching, hard-to-watch football game. At home for the Dolphins, so it's going to be... I got a feeling there's going to be some fights in the crowd. So watch your back out there.
I thought about not going, but me and the wife actually already have... we're going to be getting our picture taken on the field, so I have to go.
Yeah, that's definitely... You don't want to miss out on that. Especially if you get to get on the field for a photo op. Like, it's going to be fun. Despite what the score is going to look like at the end and maybe sometime in the middle, you're still going to have a good time.
What's great is I believe we're going to be taking the picture before the game. So we'll still be excited and happy, and I won't be pissed off and, like, not smiling in my picture.
You won't be pissed off, slurring and cussing at the photographer. You'll be in a good mood and happy to be on the field and taking your pictures and having a fun time.
For sure. Can't wait for it.
Which moves us on to the next game. We have the Bengals and the Jaguars.
So this is my upset. This is gonna be my upset. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think
controversial.
Yeah, I think the Jaguars are gonna take this one. I don't think it's gonna be a pretty win. I think it's still gonna be an ugly performance coming out of the Cincinnati Bengals just to start the season, because that's what they do. They don't start off great. You can go back and you can look at the Cincinnati Bengals over the last couple years since Joe Burrow's taken over, is like they kind of make it into the playoffs by having good runs towards the end of the season. They lose all their important games early, and I think this is going to be a game that they lose. The Jacksonville Jaguars are coming out to win. They're playing good, like Travis Etienne, Tank Bigsby. Like they have good weapons and combinations over there. I think Travis Hunter is a good addition for them. It opens up Brian Thomas Jr., who I think will actually get some production this week. And their defense over there for Cincinnati is just atrocious. Like they have probably one of the worst defenses in the league. So a team like this, led by Trevor Lawrence, is good enough to put up some points. And yes, don't get me wrong, the Bengals are good enough to match them with points and even do better. Like they can put up strikes, kind of like how we see the Chargers and the Chiefs put up like quick over the top, like 1 minute drives. You know what I mean? But I just think.
Well, then that's going to be another one I disagree with you on. I'm taking the Bengals. I think Jamar Chase is going to have a comeback game because of how drastically he underperformed in game one. I'm thinking he's mad at himself and he wants to earn that money they gave him, so he wants to go out there and get some points.
Yeah.
So we're going to take the Bengals over the Jaguars over here on AFC Charlie Waffle's side of the coin.
Yeah, and I don't doubt you there. Like, they could still lose that game and Jamar Chase can still get 2 touchdowns. Just saying.
Okay. So then what about the 49ers and the Saints?
The Saints kind of came out and looked like what we all expected. The San Francisco 49ers are kind of right where I expected. Like, not great yet, but good enough to win games like this. So
All right. So I'm gonna say the 49ers on this one, personally.
Yeah.
All right, so we both agree. Browns and the Ravens.
I don't think it's a question at this point based on how effective the Baltimore offense was. Even with how good the Cleveland Browns defense is. Like the Buffalo Bills defense was good enough last night too, but they were still lighting it up. And Derrick Henry, I told you guys, he's the #1 running back this year, and he's on a mission. And you could
go for 2,000 yards, man.
You could see it in the look on his face last night. You could see how much weight he's put on his shoulders in order to carry this team to a victory and to a championship this year. You've seen it in the look on his face when he got that fumble. It wasn't like oh, whatever, it's just a fumble. No, he took it to heart and he was feeling it. You could see it. He wanted to cry. So
he definitely took that a lot harder than I expected. Seeing his emotional reaction on the sidelines, was rough, honestly. Like, cause I felt for him, man. Like when he fumbled that ball and cost him the game, basically, like that's crushing.
Yes.
But he's got a chance to come out next week and prove all the haters that he's got better ball handling skills, and I'm thinking the Ravens are going to beat the Browns in that game.
Beat the brakes off the Browns. It's going to be like 27. It's going to look like the Colts did to the Dolphins.
And then we got Lions and Tigers and Bears. Oh my.
We haven't got to see the Bears play yet tonight. This pick really would depend a lot on how the Bears perform tonight, because I mean the Lions didn't come out and do too well yesterday either, right? But They were playing a really
No, they did not.
They were playing a really good Green Bay team who's just on fire after that Micah Parsons trade. And they have to do it this year because they traded away a lot of assets for the next couple years. So their window is open and they have to take advantage of it. But I'm still going to go with the Detroit Lions here. I don't think the offense, even if the defense is good enough for the Chicago Bears, I don't think it's going to be good enough to keep, like, the offense on the Chicago Bears side isn't going to be able to keep up with the offense from the Detroit Lions. Because the Detroit Lions defense, it's still a good defense. Yeah, they got 27 points put up on them yesterday by the Green Bay Packers. But like I said, I think the Green Bay Packers are on a mission this year to make some noise in the Super Bowl conversation.
I agree. I'm also taking the Detroit Lions for this upcoming week 2 over the Bears. I don't think the Bears are going to have it all pulled together yet. Don't get me wrong, we haven't seen them play yet in a real season game, which we'll see tonight, and I don't think that it's going to be good. I don't think it'll look well.
No, not at all. Not from a.
So then we move on to the Broncos and the Colts with Danny Dimes. I can't even hear it. He hears the name and he's like, "Oh God."
How do we make this?
Why?
How do we make this motherfucking quarterback look like a number 1 quarterback in week 1? Like, how the fuck is he the number 1 fantasy quarterback in week 1?
How do you make this quarterback look like the guy that I want to pick against Bo Nix and the fucking Broncos? Like, what?
I'll tell you what, you don't want to do that. Like, you seen what they did against Cam Ward. Cam Ward is definitely a much.
It's too late. I already did, bro.
You're already seen what they did against Cam Ward. This defense, Cam Ward is definitely going to be a much better quarterback than Daniel Jones. Even though we have such a small sample size, can probably guarantee you that Cam Ward will be a much better quarterback than Daniel Jones.
So I hear you going Broncos over there then.
Yeah, I'm definitely going Broncos here. The defense wins it. I think Bo Nix and company is going to do a better job. They're kind of. It looks so far. It's only been 1 week, but so far it looks like it's going to be kind of like a slow increase for them, just like last year. It was like they had a slow increase, but it was positive. They had good little increments of increases every single week. It wasn't like, 3 weeks of bad play and then all of a sudden he's taking off like a rocket. No, it was just like consistent increases throughout the whole season until the end. So
all right, well, I'm going to go the Colts on that one, and I'm going to put my money on Danny Dimes and see if he can win me a dime. We move on to the Cardinals and the Panthers.
Cardinals and the Panthers.
I'm taking the Cardinals. I don't know if that's going to affect your pick in any way, but I have full faith in Kyler Murray and them birds.
No.
And
No, I don't think it's gonna.
That's what it's gonna do.
I don't think it's gonna affect me. I think I was going with Cardinals anyways, just because like I'm just trying to like pick apart the passing game on each side, and it's like the Arizona Cardinals definitely still have like the better offense as far as passing goes, but like I can easily say that the Carolina Panthers have a much better run game. But if you want to consider quarterbacks into that conversation, then Arizona takes the cake there because they have like James Conner and they have the option with Kyler Murray. But like run game, Carolina Panthers definitely has it. So now it comes down to like which defense is going to perform better. I think the Arizona Cardinals win this game. It's not going to be a blowout. It's going to be a close game. It's probably going to be a close, low-scoring game, like both sides 20 points or less. So that's my guess with that.
All right. I'm right there with you. I'm saying the Cardinals take it by at least 5. And then we move on to the Eagles and the Chiefs, the repeat of the Super Bowl from last year.
This is the Sunday night game, or is this the Monday night game?
I don't know. Don't ask me questions Don't ask me questions I don't have the answers already prepped up and ready for. What's wrong with you?
This matters. This matters. Hold on, let me look. I have it.
Well, because then we got the Falcons, Vikings, Buccaneers, Texans, and Chargers, Raiders also. I think Chargers and Raiders is Monday night. I think Buccaneers and Texans is Sunday night.
Yeah.
So I think we're still in the 4 o'clock hour.
Yeah, we are. Okay, yeah, you're right.
There. I said all the information.
Yes, it definitely mattered. Kansas City Chiefs, Philadelphia Eagles. I'm gonna let you go first on this one.
I'm taking the Eagles over the Chiefs. I got a feeling Barkley's going to have a better performance in this game. The Chiefs have been pretty bad against the run. So, yeah, I think Jalen Hurts and Barkley are going to combine for a total of 250 yards rushing. Interesting. Very, very interesting.
What would you think? What's your score? If you had to pick
What's my score? Pick a number. We're going to say 21-35 Eagles.
This is another one of those games where it's like it definitely can go either way. It's like I want to say that the Saquon Barkley Jalen Hurts effect is like in full effect, and they come out here and they just run away with this game and show you that the Super Bowl last year was not a fluke. The Dallas Cowboy game was not a fluke. You know that they're really coming out and they're serious about winning. Jalen Hurts gets himself another rushing touchdown. Saquon Barkley gets himself 2 touchdowns, one through the air, one on the ground. A.J. Brown makes up for last week and gets himself 200 yards through the air and a touchdown, putting their score at 28 points right now, right? But then you also have the effect of Patrick Mahomes and like what he can do. Like we've literally watched this guy Superman throw first downs, right? Finds ways to win.
Yep.
And he's going to do that he's going to do that Sunday afternoon on Fox playing the Philadelphia Eagles in Kansas City. But because of the lack of the wide receiver room, and this is really going to depend on it whether Xavier Worthy makes it onto that field or not.
He won't be there.
I don't think he's going to be there either. And without Xavier Worthy, Eagles definitely win this game. Not going to be a blowout. Like Patrick Mahomes is going to find a way to keep the game close, and he's going to find a way to be fighting for it at the end. But he can't do everything himself. And with Travis Kelce out here sniping everyone else on the team so he can get all the targets, like eventually, like you're going to have everybody covering you, bro. Like, you can't keep sniping everybody out. You're going to have everybody covering you. So, yeah.
Could you imagine a triple defended Kelce still pulling in a fucking touchdown?
Just throw it up, Pat. Throw it up. There's 3 guys on you.
I'll get it. I'll punch the defender and I'll fucking...
I'm marrying Taylor Swift.
All right,
so
that moves us on.
Not going to say anything.
That moves us on to the Falcons and the Vikings.
So you got me down for the Eagles, right?
Yeah, I got you down for the Eagles.
Awesome. Falcons, Vikings on Sunday Night Football. This is the toughest one because we don't know how the Vikings performed yet. We have no idea how good the Justin Jefferson effect is going to affect J.J. McCarthy and that team. But we did get to see a decent looking Atlanta Falcon offense and a decent looking Atlanta Falcons defense. I think, oh gosh. I'm going to go with the Minnesota Vikings starting the season 2-0.
That's another one we're going to differ on, boy. I'm going with the Falcons.
You think?
I love that we have such different picks this week.
You think Bijan Robinson is going to be enough?
No, I think Michael Penix Jr. is going to be enough. I think he's going to come out and have a breakout game, and he's going to win the game for the Falcons. It's not going to be on McCarthy kind of situation where he's getting the last chance. It's going to be on Michael Penix. He's going to get the last chance, and they're going to come through and be spectacular in the fourth quarter. and they're going to win the game. Falcons over the Vikings.
Okay. All right, so we move on to Monday night.
So then we move on to the Sunday night game.
That was Sunday night. Now we're on to Monday night. We got a doubleheader on Monday night.
Oh, doubleheader on Monday. Doubleheader. Oh, my goodness.
Doubleheader for Monday night, and it starts off with the Bucks visiting the Houston Texans. I think the Bucks are going to take
this is one. Baker Mayfield's chance.
Yeah, I think the Bucks are going to take this one. They kind of struggled to get their win against the Atlanta Falcons, but I think this is where like their engine actually gets to start, and he gets to start cooking. C.J. Stroud struggled a lot yesterday against the team that they played, the Rams. And it's going to be much like playing the Rams. The Tampa Bay defense doesn't play around, so I'm definitely going with Tampa Bay on this one.
I'm going to agree with you on that one. I'm thinking Bucky Irving and the Bucks with Baker Mayfield come out and put on a show and show that they can be a high caliber, high scoring offense.
For sure. And then the last game, Monday night, 10 o'clock.
The Chargers and the Raiders.
I don't think the Raiders win was a fluke, but it also wasn't convincing enough to beat a Chargers team that you can easily put up 27 points on a championship team, a championship defense. Like, Justin Herbert looked very spectacular in his performance in week 1 against the Chiefs, like with his little slide guns, you know what I mean, to finish off the Chiefs. Basically, like, just put a nail in the coffin. That was a nail in the coffin, that slide, bro. And I see him doing it again on Monday night against the Raiders. Don't get me wrong, Raiders are going to put up a fight. They have a nasty defense, but Ashton Genty is not going to be enough to carry this team to a victory.
And I am with you on that. I'm also taking Justin Herbert and the Chargers. I got a feeling that they're gonna go off. They're gonna go off, and the Raiders defense is not going to be expecting them. Herbert's going to rush more than he did and end up with more rushing yards than he had in game 1.
He's gonna lead the league for rushing with quarterbacks. He's gonna be fighting Lamar Jackson for that spot.
I was gonna say the likes of Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen.
I don't agree with it. That's too bad.
And if you don't like and subscribe anyways.
Like and subscribe anyways.
Because that's just how it's gonna be.
Alright, so there you have it. There was our week 1 recap. We got you ready for Monday Night Football, Vikings versus Bears. We gave you our week 1 picks. It's gonna be fun. Let's see how we do this week. We went so far 10 and 5 for Waffles, 11 and 4 for Cat in the Hat. We still have tonight's game to go. We both took the Vikings, so let's see if we can
go Vikings.
Let's see if we can have a better week this week. I did really shitty in fantasy football. He won both his leagues, but I
won both my leagues this week.
Although I do gotta say my best ball leagues are winning, so I mean that's really all I care about is the best ball leagues. I'm just in the other leagues to have fun now, because I gave away too many of my secrets and all my secret sauce got snatched up. The only one I got was
your secret sauce is sitting on everybody else's benches.
Yeah, the only one I got was Keenan Allen. But we're definitely. If you have not checked out yesterday's stream for the Dolphins, I know the loss was rough, but at least I make it worth watching. I definitely make it worth watching for sure.
There's comedy gold in there if you're not a Dolphin fan. If you're a Dolphins fan, you probably don't want to watch it because you're going to be equally as sad as he was. But if you are a fan of any other team in the AFC East, quality content right there, boys. Quality content.
And we're going to be having that for you every week. We're going to be streaming.
Don't forget to check out the clips.
We're going to be streaming at least one game a weekend or a week. And I'll always stream Dolphin away games for sure, except for the Monday night game. I don't know if we're going to be able to. We the Monday night game against the Jets. We'll have to link up and figure out how we're going to do that one because I definitely want to plan something special for that game, for our live stream for that game, because we got to get together for sure.
Even if it's just us hanging out.
Yeah, even if it's just us hanging out. I might actually throw him off the balcony. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Heard, install screens.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I would never do that to you. I would never do that to you. Unless I put like a trampoline down there. I might like go get me a trampoline and put it down there. You won't even know. It'll be all good. DCC is going on. We got the link up in the top corner. Make sure you guys go and donate for that. We're trying to raise $2,500 this year. I will run a mile for every $500 that we do raise. Every day up until February 28th, when the actual 5K will be around. You can hit that link up in the top corner there, or you can go check it out on our page. I'll post the link on the page. Charlie's Choice Collectibles on Macari. Definitely go check that page out. Has all kinds of goodies on there. Has a special sale going on for you ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you use the code AFCEastieBoys when you make your offer. And he'll make sure to take care of you. He's got flags. Show him your penalty flags. He's got penalty flags that every football fan needs to have for their football season. I'll tell you what, if I had these penalty flags yesterday, I would not have broke my helmet. I would not have broke my helmet. I broke my helmet yesterday. I crushed the face mask because I yanked it off my head and I was going to slam it on the ground. There's the flags. You get one of each for $15.
You can challenge the play right along with the coaches, or you can throw that penalty right along with the rest over here.
Yeah. Yeah. So go check it out. He's also got a lot of football stuff and a lot of non-football stuff as well. I'm sure you can find there's something in there for everyone. If you got birthdays coming up, for kids, you want to get something cheap for the kid, but you don't want to look like you went to Five Below because everybody else shops at Five Below and they know where you got it from. You can go shop on Macari, man, and get them something cool and like unique that they're not going to find in Five Below. Look at him wiping his sweat with that 305 rag as I sit here and boost up his sales on his shop. How dare him? There you go. There you go. But as always,
I'm gonna wipe the tears away with this terrible towel.
As always, it's always fun hanging out with you guys, talking football. Remember, whenever we on Discord, you go join our Discord. You can hop up in here. You can shoot shit. You can ask us questions. You can hop up in just to say hi and hop back out if you want. I don't care. You can get up here. You can ask us a question. We can talk you through it and work your fantasy league. Like you got waiver questions. Don't be afraid. Hop up in here. Talk to us. 500 subscribers. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. Really, we're on the road beyond that. But 500 is a good first milestone, right? And we have a giveaway going on for that. So if you want to earn yourself a Mike Gesicki autographed photo from his rookie year, he's got the number 86 on because the number 88 was taken when the Miami Dolphins drafted him while he's hurdling over some dude. All you got to do is like, comment, share. Make sure you tag the AFCEastieBoys when you're sharing on all your social medias so that we know that you're showing us love, because the viewer, the one of you out there that shows us the most love, once we get to 500, guess what? A couple days later, you're going to get that thing showing up on your doorstep. Or maybe if you hear, we might deliver it in person. You never know. But we got to get to...
Well, we did with the last giveaway. I hand-delivered that football to Rhonda. Congratulations again, Rhonda, for winning the football in the first giveaway from the AFCEastieBoys.
And don't worry, we have lots of giveaways that we'll get planned and going for you guys. But we got to get that subscriber count up. We got to get those comments up. Come back in the video afterwards. Put a comment in. Hit the like button. Share it. Put us in help keep us in the algorithm. Because guess what? We're going to be your number one go-to Monday morning football stream. We're going to be your number one go-to live play-by-play and reaction stream. especially for Dolphin games, for Jets games if there's no Dolphin games on, for primetime games, all of it.
And if you don't like that,
hold on.
Like and subscribe anyways.
Don't agree with it? That's too bad.
Like and subscribe anyways.
Like and subscribe anyways.
All right, y'all have a great day. Peace out. Enjoy your Monday.